Modern drones come in many varieties, including attack drones, reconnaissance drones, and even kamikaze drones, all of which have proven highly effective on the battlefield. To make better use of this technology, the United States has developed a new type of unmanned aerial refueling aircraft in recent years, known as the MQ-25 Stingray. The U.S. Navy began working on a next-generation, carrier-based unmanned refueling aircraft back in 2006, initially aiming to create a stealth strike vehicle capable of penetrating enemy defenses. After much debate, in February 2016, the military shifted gears, deciding to refocus the program on a carrier-based unmanned refueling aircraft, with some reconnaissance, communication relay, and strike capabilities. This kicked off an official bidding process. After a lengthy evaluation, Boeing's proposal was selected as the lowest risk option. By July of that year, the project was officially designated the MQ-25A, with its development narrowed down primarily to aerial refueling. Before the MQ-25, over 20% of the Navy's Super Hornet fleet was dedicated solely to air-to-air refueling missions. The deployment of the MQ-25 promises to significantly lighten that load. On August 30th, 2018, the Navy signed a contract with Boeing for 4 MQ-25 drones, valued at roughly $800 million. This aircraft is designed to serve as a refueling platform for the Navy's FA-18 and F-35 carrier-based fighters, rather than taking on an attack role like the earlier X-47B. The U.S. has long been a leader in drone technology. Take the X-47B, for instance, an unmanned attack aircraft that successfully flew in 2011 and landed on an aircraft carrier in 2013. When the air-sea battle strategy was introduced, the X-47B was seen as a key asset for long-range strikes by the Navy. But in recent years, as land-based anti-ship weapons have extended their reach, the X-47B's combat capabilities no longer met the Navy's needs. As a result, the air-sea battle concept was shelved in favor of a new approach called distributed lethality. Put simply, this strategy involves spreading out surface action groups of 1 to 3 ships across vast ocean areas, making it harder for enemies to detect and target them. This shift effectively sidelined the X-47B, stripping it of its once prominent status. To keep carriers relevant under this new strategy, the Navy needed to extend the combat range of its carrier-based aircraft, especially since tanker aircraft on carriers were in critically short supply. This made developing an unmanned carrier-based refueling aircraft a top priority. The MQ-25 project emerged in 2016, building on the rich technical foundation laid by the X-47B, including drone control and refueling technologies. Unlike its predecessor, though, the MQ-25 focuses solely on refueling. It can carry 14 tons of fuel, enough to refuel 4 to 5 carrier-based fighters, boosting their combat radius to around 1,300 kilometers, and unlocking the full potential of Super Hornets and F-35s. Before the MQ-25, carrier aircraft relied on buddy refueling through attached gear, a method that was inefficient and complex, requiring specialized refueling pods. The MQ-25, roughly the size of a Super Hornet, is far more efficient for this task. Its foldable wings are tailored for carrier decks and hangars. It's 15.5 meters long, with a wingspan of 22.9 meters when extended, 9.54 meters when folded, a height of 3 meters, 4.79 meters with wings folded. The chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee once noted that a carrier-based tanker must have 3 key traits: long endurance, high fuel capacity, and strong stealth. The MQ-25 checks all these boxes. Its bulky airframe generates ample lift, while its long, slender wings are ideal for ultra-long range and extended flights. On the fuel front, its spacious internal volume allows it to carry enough to refuel 4 to 6 fighters, essentially acting as a flying fuel depot. For stealth, its classic flying wing design, specially engineered engine exhausts, and a dorsal air intake reduce its radar cross-section. The intake, flush with the upper surface and nearly invisible from other angles, showcases cutting-edge stealth engineering. The Navy is now planning to establish its first unmanned carrier air squadron, aiming to make it a permanent fixture in its air wing. Unmanned refueling aircraft bring a host of benefits. They extend range without sacrificing weapons payload, increase loiter time, and reduce dependence on land-based tankers, expanding the carrier strike group's operational reach. As a purely offensive platform, an aircraft carrier exists to strike enemy fleets and land targets, and the MQ-25 will significantly amplify that capability, making carrier aircraft deadlier. Boeing touts the MQ-25's cost-effectiveness. Besides Boeing, competitors like Lockheed Martin, General Dynamics, and Northrop Grumman also bid for the project. But Boeing's edge came from its deep experience with carrier aircraft, allowing it to deliver a low-cost solution that meets Navy needs. Still, with limited procurement numbers, recouping development costs remains a challenge for such programs. On June 9, 2021, the Navy conducted an aerial refueling test with the MQ-25. A Super Hornet pilot communicated via radio with a ground-based MQ-25 operator. After deploying the refueling drogue, the Super Hornet approached, first performing a dry connection, no fuel transferred, then receiving 136 liters of fuel in a second link-up. During the test, the Super Hornet closed to within 7 meters of the drone to take measurements and assess its stability and refueling gear performance. This trial laid the groundwork for integrating the MQ-25 into carrier operations, enhancing the potential of unmanned air units. The Navy is now gearing up for deck handling demonstrations, deploying a test aircraft to a carrier to evaluate its maneuverability on board. Boeing is slated to deliver the first of 7 engineering development drones by late 2022, with more rigorous testing to follow. Formal carrier flight tests are planned for 2023, targeting initial operational capability by 2025. While its first flight was a milestone, the MQ-25 still has a long road ahead to transition from the skies to seamless carrier service. The future lies in blending manned and unmanned aircraft. MQ-25's carrier integration will not only extend fighter range, but also prolong the lifespan of piloted jets, enhancing pilot safety. Looking ahead, the MQ-25 is expected to carry advanced sensors and command systems, serving as a highly networked airborne command post for missions like coastal strikes or counter-piracy, leveraging its range and weaponry to minimize casualties. Its ultimate performance remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: as battlefields evolve, so must equipment. If there's a Stingray, there'll be a Hunter, and the technological arms race will roll on. What do you think about the MQ-25 and its role in the future of naval aviation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.